How's it going, YouTube? It is Peruvian Trucker back with another video, and I am just having the worst week yet. Where to start? So on the last video I was waiting on a load. I had sat in the Springfield terminal for 3 days at that point. I arrived in Springfield on Sunday at like 1 in the morning, and I didn't leave until Wednesday at 5 in the morning ish. And on my last video I talked about how I had a load that was going to go from the terminal to Arkansas. Someone was bringing that load to the terminal, so basically I was up, or mostly, well, I tried to sleep a little bit, but I really didn't get much sleep through the night because I was waiting for that load to arrive and for my dispatch to message me on my phone. The load was supposed to deliver on Wednesday at 8 in the morning, and the place was roughly 5 hours away, so I figured at 3 in the morning. Well, I mean, I set my alarm for like midnight, 1:30, but I figured that, you know, like 3 in the morning would be like the latest, right? So I went to sleep at like 10:30 at night, and I'm waking up every 30 minutes. I had dreams about the dispatch updating the trailer number on my phone and me missing it a bunch of times. But anyway, my alarm goes off at midnight. My alarm goes off at 12:30, 1:30. Finally, at like 2:30 in the morning, I was like, you know what? This is ridiculous. I'm just gonna call my dispatch because there's no way. So I called dispatch and I told them, hey, this is truck yada yada yada. I am waiting on a load that delivers tomorrow in Arkansas. They can see it in their system. And they were like, oh yeah, that load got canceled. So at that point I was ready to just hang up and get a good night's sleep because I didn't care about anything anymore. But I was still talking to the guy. And he was giving me a couple of loads that they had available. And they ended up taking a load that was already in the yard going to North Carolina. Tar Heel, North Carolina. And that's basically the load that I left with on Wednesday at 5 in the morning. Took this load, just one stop in between. I stopped at a Pilot to take my 10 hours, and then I made it to my 90 yesterday, Thursday, at 3 in the afternoon, which is perfect. It was 1 day ahead, and it's I had to drop the trailer, so great. I'm ahead on my week. This place in North Carolina is a place that also has a lot of loads going out, so I just sat in their yard waiting for my dispatch to send me another load, which they did. I finished delivering this load yesterday, Thursday, at like 3 in the afternoon. I got another load at, I want to say 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock. I got my next load, which was a pickup on that same place at 1 p.m. today, the next day. But I had to just pick up the trailer, so I was hoping that maybe that trailer would be ready yesterday, because I was already there. Maybe I walked to their office again and I give them the information and they haven't loaded the trailer. So that's fine, I'm a day early. I just went ahead and went back to my trailer and I went back to my truck and took a 12-hour nap because there's no rush at this point. to the shipping office, and there were some delays. I was there at 6 in the morning, and they told me that they haven't even started loading that trailer, which was fine. I went back at 11 and it was almost ready. Basically, I was ready and good to go at 12:30 this morning, or 12:30 in the afternoon. And this was a short load, just 400 miles going from Tar Heel in North Carolina to, I think it's Middleburg or Middle something. Middleburg, Kentucky, or yeah, Middlesboro or Middleburg, Kentucky. Actually, location is, yeah, Middlesboro, Kentucky. And I'm here. I'm gonna be here for a couple days because I don't know what they did at the shipping location, but they didn't update their system, so they can't unload me here. And it seems they're gonna be closed for the weekend. And I am basically a day and a half without a shower and like 50 miles away from anything, which means that if I have to stay here until Monday, I will have, well, if they can, I mean, I know they're closed tomorrow, but if they can fix the issue, maybe they can send someone over to try to unload me, but that's very unlikely. So more than likely tomorrow at like some point when I have to drive 50 miles or more, because it's 50 miles through the mountains, so that might be a couple hours. I mean 30 mile an hour uphills. So I have to drive back to fuel the reefer and shower and basically sit until Monday with no prospect of how I'm gonna get paid for this, which, I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm not as upset now that I am mentioning it and venting to the camera, I guess, but I was really upset like an hour ago when this all this realization came up, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I was supposed to pick up a load tomorrow going from someplace in Virginia to Texas. It was going to be a Gatorade load, a drop and hook. But I messaged my dispatch saying that I wasn't going to make it because of this situation. And in a way, I was kind of relieved because that's not the best load, but I'm willing to take it too, just because, you know, it's part of the job. And my dispatch said that it's fine, that load is still good for when I'm available, which we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, like this is hard for me because I am very upset. You probably can't tell, but I am upset. I am upset because I was having a good run this week. 2 good loads so far. If I would have been unloaded already, I would have been 2 loads in, 2 good loads. Revenue over $3,500, and I'm only on Friday, which would have meant that I had 5 more days to make more money. So I am upset about that. I'm not upset. I am upset, but I'm more bummed than upset because, you know, I had big hopes for this week, but it is what it is. It's part of the job, and as upset as I am about this situation, it doesn't take away the love that I have for driving and doing the job. It's just, I mean, and it's not Prime's fault. It's not. I mean, it's basically the client's fault. It's, I mean, and Prime will deal with them when it comes to that. So, and I'm sure I'll be compensated in some way. Anyway, but you know, I'm not running, so it's a little disconcerting, I guess. But I still love the job. I'm still happy with my career choice so far, um, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. And that's my update, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope well, I hope that if you go through a situation like this, it doesn't really, I mean, I'm sure that, that veteran truckers know that that's the name of the trade. But if you're just coming into the game and you go through situations like this, which is, it's been a week with basically, since last Sunday to today, I've only have 2 working days. But again, I just love this job, and I hope that, if you're a new trucker or if you're a prime driver that is just starting, that you don't get discouraged because of situations like this. Because in the end, it all comes down to the numbers. And at this point, as I said right now, my weekly expenses, meaning my truck payment, basically, are already covered. So that's why I'm a little bummed, because I'm not making much more money over that. But we'll see. I'll update you on how this situation turns out, of course. But between this, what I've made so far, and what I made on my last settlement, my last good settlement, which is the one that from a week ago. Because, side note, I got my settlement last night, and because I sat in Springfield, I owed him $100. Which, again, I'm not as concerned, because the first settlement was really good and it covered my expenses for the month and then some. And my expenses were covered this week, only $100 in the hole, technically. And that's just how the game works, how the business is. You just gotta know what's coming. So anyway, I lost my train of thought. I was talking about something else before this. Oh yeah, so yeah, at this point, as I said, this week, my expenses for the week are already covered. Like, my truck payments are already covered. So whatever I make, well, part of what I'm gonna make already from these 2 loads, and whatever I make in the next couple of days, is just money that goes into my pocket, which is basically money that's gonna go into my e-fund, because I'm trying to get to $6,000 to $6,000 as quickly as I can, so I can just stop saving money for e-fund and just save money for my future and my plans. And yeah, that's it. I wanna thank you guys for watching again. If you're just starting in trucking and you get a situation like this, don't get discouraged. It's only, it has to be less than 10% of the job. And the other 90% is just amazing, and it's just being on the road and focusing on plans and just listening to music if that's your thing, or planning ahead, or meditating, or whatever you do, just time for yourself. And yeah, again, I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye.